Hey, this is Coach TJ with Invictus Fitness. Just some stuff on the hip flexor today. A lot of people's hip flexors are chronically weak. We spend a lot of time sitting, which means our hip flexor is in a shortened position. And this means that it can get tight. If someone's told you that you have tight hip flexors, it could also mean that they are just generally weak and the muscle is tightening to build stability through the system. So it might be that you actually need to strengthen your hip flexor in order to get more space. So some hip flexor strengthening drills, we can start with one on the ground and then look at two other variations of this drill. So hip flexion, right? Pulling our knee to our chest. We're gonna add some resistance to this movement with our band. This is just a mini band. The resistance is really low on my band because I don't want like one of those booty bands. I won't be able to pull it very far. I want to get more range. So I'll start laying and I just have this yoga block as a pillow. The cue that I like to use is you have a butterfly trapped under your low back. You want to trap the butterfly, but you don't want to kill the butterfly or crush the butterfly. So don't let it go with a big arch, just keep it trapped. So nice like neutral arch of the low back. And then you're gonna extend one leg in front and try to pull your knee as far up to your head as you can. You should feel this in your hip flexor. You might begin to feel this at the start in your oblique or in your abs. I'd like you to try to get in touch with that deep hip flexor. What you can do to kind of advance this drill is to pulse into your hand. You can also, one other variation is to pull into passive range. So I can't actually hold myself here, and you'll see that as I let go, I'm trying to minimize that lag. So I can do that for reps, letting go, and trying to hold on. And then from here, I can add one other piece, including posterior pelvic tuck and hip flexion at the same time. I can do that by drawing my hips up, and this time probably don't need the block. I can take both fists, put them on the ground, and now establishing a good bridge, so glutes are on, tail is tucked, I'm gonna slowly lift up one leg and try to pull that hip to my chest. As I do that, I can feel that I wanna give out here, so I don't wanna let that happen. I can drive through the ground with the fists, keep driving the hips up and pulling the knee as close to the chest as possible, slowly lower down. For each of these drills, I would recommend just starting by exploring the movement. You might cramp immediately when you try them. I'll include kind of a recommended sets and reps at the bottom of this post, but to start 20-second intervals of those pulls, and then as you advance, don't jump to this last drill quite yet. Make sure you can get in touch with what we want to activate before you add difficulty to the movement. Hip flexors, very important for your squat and for maintaining a neutral spine as you descend. So one way that you could reinforce this is through doing a couple squats at the end of your sets to try to feel yourself being pulled down into that bottom position. And additionally, you could do some hip bridges to try to open up that hip flexor after working it so hard. That's it for today. Enjoy these hip flexor drills and let me know how it goes. Drop me some feedback, TJ@CrossFitInvictus.com.